what's up, you guys? Tom is back with another LinScents video. Today I have two fragrances in front of me. They're going to battle each other out. But before we get into that, just want to say thank you guys again. It is an honor to be playing on one of those electronic devices. Whether it's that cell phone, the tablet, the laptop, the Macintosh, that brand new big screen TV, whether you watch me at home, at work, on a plane, a train, or an automobile. Maybe you're watching me right now at the barbershop, getting a fresh haircut or a fresh lineup. And if you are, lucky you. But however, wherever you're watching me, it is an honor. You guys are new to this channel. You like what you see, hit the subscribe button, comment, and like. Likes are very, very important. Before I even get into this, you guys obviously can see the clippers have failed me, so it was time to take off the beard. Eventually it will grow back, and you won't have to look at all this extra skin and flab. And it's one good thing about a nice beard. It can hide all that. But nonetheless, before we get into these two fragrances, I'm going to show you guys a couple of stores that I frequently shop with and some discount codes that you can use and go crazy. Go buy everything if you want. So with that being said, let's get into these two fragrances. Now, when it comes to male, masculine fragrances, one can argue that leather and tobacco are probably two of the sexiest notes in fragrance, especially masculine fragrance. They're both sexy, they're both mature, they're both rugged, if you will, and both are usually pretty masculine. So if you need a masculine fragrance, you can always just look up fragrances with leather notes and also tobacco. Most likely, most of them will be aimed towards the man. Okay, so if you guys like those type of things, you know, me personally, I would have to pick tobacco over leather. But I know there are some people that really love leather and fragrances. So I have a tobacco-based fragrance in front of me, and then I have a leather-based fragrance in front of me. And I'm going to actually let the wife choose which fragrance she actually likes more. Now, again, everyone has a personal preference, but, you know, you might know what you like, but you might want to know, okay, you know, maybe I'm going on a first date. Maybe I'm going out to mingle a little bit. I want to see what fragrance might attract the ladies a little bit more, okay? So I'll do that. But these are the two fragrances that we're going to be discussing, okay? This one is a clone or inspiration, if you will. Again, a lot of these fragrances are not 100% clones, and obviously they can't be because, you know, that's the thing. I think if these were absolutely 100% spot on, people would be a little upset because it's like, man, I spent $400 on this fragrance and they're doing it just the same for $40. So again, these might not give you 100% of what the fragrance is duping, but it gets close enough. And for the price, you can't beat it. So with that being said, this one is from Maison Alhambra. This one is Jean Lo Ombre. You guys know this is a Louis Vuitton Ombre Nomad clone, okay? So leathery, just animalic, dark, leathery, whatnot, okay? There's, you know, when you want something leathery that punch you in the face, leather, you can just get this. Now, if you got the real thing, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Now, this one is also Maison Alhambra, and this, in my opinion, and again, some of you guys might say it's not really a Mancera Red Tobacco clone, but I smelled a sample of red tobacco before a long time ago. It was like 4 to 5 years ago. And from what I remember I did a review on it, and I was like, man, this just smells like straight up dry tobacco, like a cigarette before you roll that cigarette up. This is signature number 2. Okay, this is, again, I think this is a clone of Mancera's Red Tobacco. It could be something totally different. But both of these fragrances, in my opinion, kind of showcase, again, obviously the leather and obviously the tobacco very nicely, okay? So I'm going to spray both of these on, we'll bring the wifey in, and we will see what she likes more. Now, again, me personally, I think I would be team tobacco. There's just something about it, that woody, that earthiness that you get, that kind of sweet, seductive smell. But again, leather, you get that ruggedness. You get that machismo smell, okay? That the guy that's coming in with that nice leather jacket. So both of these honestly could be worn for the same occasion, date night, going out to a nice bar, something like that. But which one would do the trick better, okay? So with that being said, let's spray Ombre over here. Okay, again, leathery, and they also, this lineup, this Jean Low also has another super leathery fragrance as well. We'll do tobacco over there. Now, I will admit, both these fragrances are quite strong, and wifey might be upset that I just sprayed that in this house. But nonetheless, let's bring her in and see what she thinks. Man, there's something about that tobacco. Again, smells, honestly, in my opinion, like that dry, somewhat, just a very touch of sweetness, okay? It's not overly sweet, but it's like that dry tobacco, right? Like if you've smelled a cigarette, okay? If you put your nose close to a cigarette, you smell that tobacco. That's kind of what I get with this one, okay? Slightly sweet, but it's more earthy, outdoorsy tobacco. And then this one, just straight up rugged leather, almost slightly outdoorsy. And I think there might be, man, it's tough. But I'll bring the wifey in. Babe! See which one she thinks is better. I think I'd have to go over here with this one, but let's see what the wifey thinks, okay? Are you team leather or team tobacco? Let's see. I don't know. She might come on video. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure she can smell it. Can you smell both of them anyways from where you're at? Both really animalic and rugged.
Very manly.
Very manly, okay? Both, again, when it comes to fragrance, when it comes to specific notes, tobacco and leather are really, in my opinion, the cream of the crop as far as you just want something masculine, okay? So, here's this one.
I like that one, actually.
And then here's that one.
That one's okay. I like that one. Whatever that one is.
One more time.
Like, I don't dislike it, but this one is my favorite.
Now, here's the thing, okay? Now I'm going to describe to her what they both are, and then we'll see if that kind of changes her mind just a little bit, because she's kind of on the same boat as I am. This is a tobacco-based fragrance. It's going to smell earthy, kind of outdoorsy tobacco.
Getting that from your skin.
It is slightly, it's got, like if you've ever smelled just a cigarette without it being lit. Kind of has that,
like when you open it up and
you smell that tobacco. So that's what that
true.
Smells like. Slightly sweet. Slightly. It's not overly sweet.
Like a black and mild.
Like a black and mild, okay? Like even the paper part. Okay? This is just pretty much leather.
It smells and dish soap.
It is kind of leathery and soapy, almost, if you will. But I believe both of those fragrances kind of showcase the tobacco and then the leather note pretty much highly. Again, a lot of these fragrances also, you got tobacco, but then it's kind of hidden in the background. But this, again, smells, again, like a dry cigarette, unlit cigarette, or black and mild, whatever you want to call it.
Like a cigar.
And then this one is just straight up smells like a leather wallet with a little bit of soap. But wifey said she would actually go with the tobacco. And that is where I would have to lean. And again, it definitely could be a little bit different outdoors. Obviously, the elements are going to play some kind of role wherever you're at. But again, both of these are going to be meant for the bar, the club, maybe a little bit outdoor, okay? But cool weather, okay? Not in high heat, okay? So those are two fragrances right there, okay? Again, here's the problem. I love tobacco fragrances, okay? In my opinion, I feel like when tobacco is done with other notes, it's more enjoyable than any leather. It's like the leather smells good, but it's like, it's almost like you smell one leather fragrance, you've almost smelled them all. And honestly, you could probably say that with tobacco, but there are certain notes that both, leather and tobacco, with something else, it works so nicely. But again, those are two fragrances where I believe the notes, again, leather and tobacco, are showcased very nicely. And again, this does not smell bad, but the thing is leather fragrances, in my opinion, are really really hard to recommend more than a tobacco fragrance. I think a tobacco fragrance is a little bit more friendly for everyone, where tobacco might have just a certain amount of, niche, qualities and lovers of it. But tobacco is where it's at. If you think about it, if you think about Calvin Klein Shock, okay, cheap tobacco-y fragrance, one of many people's favorites, okay. But it's almost like a teenager tobacco. You don't really get a teenage leathery fragrance. And again, most tobacco and leather fragrances are more mature for the more mature man. But again, I think tobacco, again, with other, fragrances, other notes, works a little bit better than leather, in my opinion. Again, nothing wrong with leather. It's just I feel like tobacco fragrances are a little bit more versatile. So with that being said, again, that was Ombre, okay, from Jean Lowe. Again, leathery, almost kind of green and soapy, if you will. But again, leather is very nice in here against this signature number 2, which is like a tobacco fragrance. Nice. Slightly sweet, slightly little bit of spice, and the tobacco is very nice. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, hit the likes, comment, and do that subscribe thing, okay? So peace out. Yeah.